Hello everyone, my name is Hubert Shum. I'm a professor of visual computing working on the exciting area of artificial intelligence. I'm also a director of research in the Department of Computer Science at Durham University. As requested by the university, I'll speak very briefly about how I use social media to promote my research. For me, it's a practical tool to increase visibility of my work and also make new connections and support the recruitment of students and staff members. It helps me to find the right people at the right time for the right piece of work. A key point about social media that you might not notice is that it's not only made for human beings, it's also made for search engines. These kind of search engines, such as Google, they index your post, and this kind of information becomes the signal the engine will use to understand who you are and what you are interested in. In practice, posting on a social media platform means that you can increase the chance that your work appear in relevant search and recommendations. Now, for example, if you search for my name, a substantial amount of the information that you can find is driven by social media content and profiles. You can even see that it includes some of my research-related posts, thereby promoting my research further. Today, I'm going to cover three social media channels: LinkedIn, ResearchGate, and YouTube. Each of them serves a slightly different purpose, and together they can reach different audience. LinkedIn is essentially the modern business card, from what I see. Many people now actually exchange LinkedIn contacts instead of the physical cards. And once they are connected, they can then follow each other's work and reach out to each other if there's anything interesting. Now, it's particularly useful for you to promote your research and increase its visibility on LinkedIn because it often leads to new academic and industry connections. For this kind of research post that I aim to write in a layperson tone such that more people can understand what I'm talking about. I will say what the work is about, what's new, and why it matters. I'll always include a link for anybody who wishes to read further, and usually including an image or short video will involve in more engagement. One thing I will never forget is to credit everybody involved, including students, colleagues, and project partners, not only because it's the right thing to do, build trust among my teams, but also it helps to increase the chance that my colleague will share my post. Many people also use LinkedIn as their online CV or as a job hunting platform. So therefore, sharing recruitment or job posts there can be particularly effective. Now, for example, I've received some very strong PhD applications through this LinkedIn post I'm showing you here. The second platform, ResearchGate, is a platform for promoting and discovering research. Now, it includes a particular useful ability that allows people to share manuscript with each other within copyright rules. ResearchGate recommends relevant works to you, while at the same time recommends your publications to other relevant researchers. This is useful for staying on top of the latest work in your area. One advantage of the platform is that once you set it up, it often recognizes and links your output accurately, so you don't need to spend a lot of time just to maintain your profile. It's also useful for search engine as well, as these kind of search engines like Google often index ResearchGate's pages. So having your paper there increases the chance that your paper appears in search engine search results. As you can see, when I search for my publications, one of the research results actually come from ResearchGate. The third platform, YouTube, works very well for content that will remain longer for a longer period of time. If your research has a visual component like what I'm doing, video can be the most direct and effective way to communicate about what the work actually does, like what I'm showing you here. But even if your research does not have a visual component, a short video summary will always help. It allows more people to engage with your research to understand what it is. In my research area, there are a large number of papers published every year, and nobody can really read them all. So one thing that I found is that many researchers actually find the YouTube video first, watch it before they decide whether or not they wish to read the paper in full. So having a video links will always help. Now, if you wish to go one step further, a good habit is to anchor everything to a stable web presence. This web presence could be your Durham profile page or personal websites that include your personal informations. Essentially, this means to include a link to this central page in your social media posts such that your interested readers can go deeper without searching around. I maintain a personal website as the central home of my professional profile. I have my publications there, my project portfolios, as well as my research team information all in one place. I also include a delegate page for PhD and visiting researcher recruitments. I think the hidden agenda is that if somebody is interested in one piece of my work discovered through social media, they can quickly find other relevant publications and projects. And if they are a good fit, these people can then explore opportunity to work with me or even join my team. I'll close with a few practical suggestions. You can consider to start small with one platform potentially, and then you can build from there when you feel more comfortable. You do not need to post very frequently, especially in the beginning. A good habit is to post whenever you have something concrete happens. Say for example, if you have a paper accepted, you release some data sets or tools, or you have a project milestone, you gave keynotes or talks, or you wish to recruit somebody. Because this will help to keep the effort sustainable while keeping your content meaningful. I think the most important suggestion of all is to keep this whole social media things enjoyable, and we don't want to turn this into yet another source of stress. I hope you find it useful, and thank you very much for your time.